Today we're going to talk about how to try and keep the second wife and your children from your first marriage happy when it comes to the inheritance of your property in Spain. My name is Michael Davis. I'm a Spanish lawyer. I've been handling estate planning, wills, probate, inheritance-related litigation for expats all over Spain and the islands since 1996. Okay, so, over the years, handling inheritance cases, we often come across situations of tension between the second wife and children from the previous marriage. Usually this is because the will has not been drafted correctly, and maybe let's call him Peter, has left everything to his second wife. And the children are not happy with this because they also, in amongst other things, they run the real risk of her later not leaving those assets to them, and maybe leave them to children that she's had on her second marriage or whoever. Okay, obviously this works the other way around as well. It's just that from a pure statistical point of view, we face this problem more often with the husbands passing away who die earlier, so they pass away, and we're in this situation. So okay, so what do we have to do? What are the best ways, the fairest way that we can do it? So the situation looks a little bit like this. Client comes in and says, Michael, look, I'm on my second marriage. I've got 3 kids from my first marriage. My relationship's not 100% with them, or maybe it's not too bad because I don't get on well with my second wife. But I want to be fair to everyone. I want my second wife to feel safe here in her property in Estepona, where we retired to. I don't want the kids to be moving her out of the house. But I do actually also feel that the correct thing is for the kids from my first marriage, who are my only kids, these 3 kids, I want them actually to be guaranteed that at some point in the future they are going to inherit that property in Estepona. What can we do? Okay, so the way that I would normally recommend we deal with it is with what we call in Spain an usufructo. Okay, an usufructo is basically a life possession that entitles the person receiving it not only to the use of the property until they pass away, but also any benefit that derives from its possession. So, for example, renting out of the property and things like that. So what I sort of suggest in a case like this, I'm generalizing because obviously, everyone's got their own story and their own thing. The typical scenario around second marriage, kids from first marriage, and the client needs, is asking me to sort of, what can you do to sort of protect everyone, make everyone happy? We'd go along the lines of something like this. Basically, leave the life possession of the villa in Estepona to the second wife so that she can continue living there, but she can't sell it, mortgage it, or leave it in her will to anybody else. The kids would be left what's called the residual value, or nuda propiedad of the property, which is basically the final ownership, okay, of that property. And then I normally recommend that, things like the bank account where the direct debits are feeding off, maybe the car that's being used in Spain. I always recommend that those things, in general, say every case is different, are left to the existing wife. And as we secure that the long-term wealth is kept in the family, so that goes to the kids at the end, and yet we try and make things as comfortable and easy for the surviving spouse just to keep living as she has done up to that moment. I mean, this system admits obviously variations, but that's the general idea. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, or you want to, hit the subscribe button. And, if you want to have a consultation with us about Spanish wills or about inheritance you've been called to inherit, our contact details are below, and we can have a consultation over Zoom if you're not near one of our offices or if you're back in the UK. Thank you for watching.